Okay, so with my first reading that I did on the verdict for Breonna Taylor, I had to rush kind of through that. And I didn't really feel satisfied, and I haven't over the evening, that I didn't see anything with like justice. So I still feel like things are very fluid. And apparently, without them calling anything, bringing anything forward, I guess that's right. I want to do another take so we can really see, because I just wasn't satisfied with that. I want to look this time with the angle at the policeman. There were three of them, and some of them have some very troubled pasts, should I say, pasts. I can't talk. I'm tired and it's late. But that reading up on the past of some of these guys, and the one that sent out the email today, wow, just wow. It's even crazier than I just initially thought. I'm dealing with a lot of different cases, so when we're looking at this, it's not like it would have been pre-Trump where you could really put your energy there. There's so many fires every day, I tell you. But let's look at it. Okay, there's the painful end. I mean, she was going to get married, okay? From what I understand. Her and her boyfriend. But I want to look through. Let me just. Okay, I will pull the cards here, but I want to look through. I think it's very important that I haven't been able to do it yet. Is through the looking at these officers and looking at that. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to look and see what I can find, because it stinks. They gotta know that if they paid out this amount, they cannot go ahead. Well, they can go ahead, obviously, and do exactly what they like. But I want to see, let's just go for it. Let's just ask it. Will Breonna really get justice? I mean, she's not going to really get justice because of what happened to her to begin with, and why. But as far as the law, it would be such a cruel. They've got to they cannot let these guys be. But of course, I say this all the time, and they let these guys go. So the cynical side of me is not at rest tonight. I'm not going to sleep. Nope. I want to look. Will these officers be found guilty? Will we finally get a guilty verdict? I think they're very finely parsing this stuff into the late midnight hour, and I thought I could kind of see that. With my reading, I still felt like there were people that were really more going toward giving her the benefit of the doubt. But there's one male in the reading earlier. When I was looking back over, especially, it popped out again at me. I thought, oh my God, yeah. Sometimes while you're reading, you see a point, you flash, and you get another one. So I just feel like I need to look through the eyes of it, especially with regard to the officers. Maybe look through that angle. Will these three officers, will they be found guilty in Breonna's case? I ask my ancestors, and I ask the Creator, will these three officers be found guilty in Breonna's case? Okay, that is strength, the world, the moon. Okay, I still don't know whether I am to feel like the decision comes in that they are guilty and that, yes, this is admission because there's of a criminal act. This is like partnership again is wanting to come up. Something, you know, there. I just feel like there's something hinky going on. It's a very intense behind the scenes. Because here is the call to bring this out of control bunch under control with strength and the World card, and to do it successfully. But we have the Moon and the Two of Cups, and that's those hidden secret partnerships or deals. This worries me. This bothers me. There's still something shady floating around, and I don't like it. Still, I feel like they're still, look, I feel like they're still in a, you know, adding things up, considering things, kind of looking things over, considering, they're still considering it, and considering how violent it will be if, that to me looks like the three, the three. And especially there's one of them. I keep getting this guy, don't I? The King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands among those three? Maybe it's the guy that sent the letter. Or the one that has the creeper tendencies. I don't know. There's a lot of fishy people involved. And that were involved at the time. And one of these guys here, okay, has links. I feel like he still has links yet. This guy. I feel like we've got two forces at work. You know, we have a force that's also split in trying to cover these officers, or to be honest. Something doesn't bode well for a King of Pentacles. I gotta look at the birth dates. There's that Queen again. And the Nine of Wands. Going to fight. Should look and find out Breonna Taylor's mother's birth date. A lot of birth dates here. Just not sure about this one. But I feel like for sure this is indicative of the three officers. And their conduct, especially the ones that have really not the best records. It's just not good. And there's a man here who's going to find himself without support or a job. What is going on here? It could be that the other two turn on the one. But that still has nothing to do with whether or not they're found guilty or not. I just don't feel like I'm getting a distinct answer. See? Yet again, I still feel it's very nebulous. There's I don't like that feeling. So I'm not so sure. Let me just, all right. And there's something really unpleasant, energy-wise, corruption-wise, within, well, of course it's corruption, within those officers when I read on them, and somebody and somebody big is trying to cloud the waters. But there's also something that's just not yet decided. So again, I'm going to throw at it again. Will the 3 policemen be found guilty? Excuse me. This is some kind of someone that's definitely trying to put on some front or show, trying to spectacle, trying to get attention or receive, and that reminds me of the emails again of that one officer that he sent out, trying to appear as a victor or appear like they've got this in the bag. But here is the movement. It's showing a larger movement with change and the wheel of fortune of going into a better way than has been with this place of bragging. I think these men might find that things are not going to work out so well for them. Let's just continue. Okay, now we're starting to see cards I want to know more about. There we have justice. And the decision, I suppose, is yet being awaited. The 3, this is in the eyes of society, and this is the public. Well, this would either be complicit kind of partnerships, that are very clearly, end up being very clearly illustrated by maybe a legal decision that comes in. It's still a choice. It's a moral choice. With the Lovers, that's what it is about, a moral choice versus an immoral choice. Doing the right thing also. Four of Cups. It looks like a wait. It looks like we're still waiting. I think we're going to have we could have several hours, maybe even, honestly, days yet for this to come out. Maybe a day or 2, I'm thinking. Is this some kind of delay, or is this just that it's not being happy with there's a weight associated with that usually. Again, this guy won't, God, he's like, there is a delay. I'm seeing some kind of a delay. And I feel like this one that keeps interrupting with coming to put out information, like the email, I think this guy, there's something up with him. I mean, like, no kidding. But it could be his own actions of doing stuff like that that could affect the decision, actually. I think it's possible. Because earlier when I was reading on her, I was saying it's looking like it's going more toward her. But I see that there will be it looks like a decision coming. And there's this card to do with society, and the card to do with, I think, domesticity. That makes me feel like of Breonna and her boyfriend, because, again, they were in bed. They weren't anticipating someone coming. They woke from not knowing who it was coming into their home, despite police say that they were hurt or they weren't hurt. I don't think realistically that her boyfriend would have shot like that if he understood it were police. I think he would have been shocked, but I don't think he would have conducted himself in that way. I really don't. So it's really stinky what they're trying to do with her boyfriend. I don't, that's the problem with the no-knock warrant. And this is, I think, why also they're having a hard time making this decision. Because they don't want to admit one way or another, whether it's through these officers and the warrant that they got to do this, and no-knock warrants in general. They're trying to say that they did say, but I've seen what they do with those things. It's been you can look on YouTube and see it when they do that kind of a warrant. They kind of say their name real quick, real loud, and then at the same time as they're swinging that battering ram. And I imagine something perhaps similar happened there. And if you're in a sleep, you may not catch them yelling as you're hearing your door being broken down, what is being said. You're shocked. You're in a state of shock. And that's what I feel again and again every time I go back and I look at her case. And I see it's a real sticking point for society, so they better be very careful in what they do. I seek some form of a delay. There's a King of Wands. He's not real happy about it, but there's going to be some kind of delay with this verdict. I just thought I would get that out. And there's still a lot of hope that'll be retained when it does come through. I'm not sure. So there's something yet. I just thought I'd put this up. We'll have it up, and we can maybe make better understanding of things in the next several hours or day. My goodness, I really don't think they want to keep putting this off. What these men did was criminal. What the police did wasn't lawful. In the way that they killed her was not right. They should know that they're waking these people up potentially. And the emptying of the gun into her, well, they didn't empty it, like go up to her like they did with other people, but she was something I've read that she was in a hallway, that I think she was shocked, she was trying to get the Sam Hell out of there, and she was scared. I think she was trying to get to safety in some way, and she was asleep. She had been asleep. And she'd been shot 8 times. And I saw pictures of the bullet holes in the rooms, and they're huge. So these officers what they did was completely unnecessary, and no knock warrant should not be given. That is just incredibly foolish and dangerous. I see it being delayed. And the sun and the moon, look at that. There's something yet to become clarified about this situation. The sun comes onto the moon. So something is yet to be revealed. There's some kind of something hidden. It's got to come out. And I don't know why there's a delay or whatnot, but I'm just going to read. It's kind of confusing. Yes, no kidding. And 5 of Pentacles. Is it meant to confuse people who want to dissent, who feel, you know, because it's deep, deep, deep emotion. I can't, you know, guys, I think it could be a day or two. I think there's some kind of a bit of a delay. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's only hours, but there is some form of a delay with this verdict. Definitely, we already know that now at this point, but there's definitely some kind of a delay here, and it has to do with one of the officers, I think, and some activity being looked at. Something, I'm just being told just to chill out, trying to chill. I'm like, yeah, right, that the dark will come to light, or the light will reveal the dark. Something has happened. This is over and over again, a path, and this is also about reform and proper training. And I think also the histories of those officers should be looked at. And hopefully they're doing that. So this is what I can offer you. So I'm not real clear how that's going to go. But it looks like they're trying to be very careful. But it does look like there's something to come out yet. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I'll talk to you later.